A very good afternoon to one and all. I'm Devanshi Agarwal, a student of BCom Professionals at the Department of Professional Studies. In conversation for Cognito Talks, we have with us the Managing Director of the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, AMUL, Dr. R.S. Sodhi. His prodigious efforts and experience in the industry for more than 2 decades have continued to see AMUL as a household name and very aptly put the taste of India. The moderators for today are Ronak Singhvi and Shaila Arora. Ronak is an alumni of Christ Department of Professional Studies, and Shaila is currently pursuing BBA F&A at the Department of Professional Studies. A heartfelt welcome to you, sir, and thank you so much for joining us here today at Cognito Talks. We look forward to an insightful session with you. Thank you. Over to Ronak.
Thank you, Devanshi. And indeed, it is an honor and privilege to be here talking to you, sir. And for this, we would like to thank the Department of Professional Studies at Christ to give us this opportunity and learn about your experience and your knowledge in creating the brand Amul that it is today.
So I think even being away from home, having traveled to a different city, I think Amul has been that one brand that has reminded us of home and brought us, a sense of nostalgia. So firstly, we want to thank you for that, and we warmly welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So, as you studied in one of the most reputed institutes of India, IRMA, we wanted to start off by asking you that what were the classroom learnings that actually helped you in your corporate career?
Well, Devanshi, Ronak, Shaila, I'm extremely happy that today I've got this opportunity to talk to the very young students of Christ University in this Cognito talk. And it's always you feel very refreshed, very energetic when you have to interact and share your life or your journey, or I can say at this age, wisdom with the young mind who are aspiring to learn and do really something good. Well, Shaila, as far as the first question is concerned, definitely I had a privilege of studying in the later part of my career in one of the most reputed institute of India, that is IRMA Anand. And I'm very lucky that my whole life, as far as education is concerned, had a the overall life is very varied. I can say the whole atmosphere, conditions, and geography. I was born in a village in Punjab on the Pakistan border. The initial few days up to the 4th standard in a village school, so I had a very good experience of we have 5 classes in one room there, and without electricity. Then had a experience of farming. Then moved to the Delhi, where I studied from 5th to 8th in a municipal school, and then 9th to 11th in the government school of R.K. Puram. Basically, that time high secondary used to be 11th standard only. And then moved to Udaipur for doing my Bachelor of Engineering in Agriculture. And that way, because of my farming background, that really helped me a lot. The type of the hard work we used to do in our farm during the peak summer or peak winter days, whether irrigating field or harvesting wheat or the paddy. Those days when I compare today, whatever sitting in this AC luxuries office and very pause, life is very, you say, very cool, comfortable vis-a-vis the hard life. So I can only say in the beginning to all the young minds or students, once you do the hard work in your initial school or college days, your later on life becomes very pleasant, and you feel very happy whatever profession you are. And then when I was completing my engineering at Udaipur, I got this opportunity. Dr. Varghese Kurian, the founder of Amul and National Dairy Development Board, had started White Revolution. That time he needed some professionals for the rural sector, and that time there were very few management schools like IIMs, etc. We were providing the management professional, but nobody was ready to provide professional for the rural sector. So Dr. Kurian started his own management school, and his name was big, great. So we got attracted to his name, because when any institutions he had built was the topmost institution or excellence. So I applied, I got into IRMA, and then I studied for 2 years basically. It's a basically rural management course, postgraduate diploma in rural management. There's nothing, you are using all the so-called management tools in the rural organization and rural sector, where you can provide the good commercial returns to the rural entrepreneur or rural enterprises or the farmers for their produce. So after completion of my IRMA in 1982, I got opportunity campus placement to get into Amul, headquartered at Anand only, and that too also in a field which I was never interested or never had shown any interest or inclination, or I mean had nothing. I'm practically from a village, and I got into sales and marketing. Because generally sales and marketing considered to be very up type of people who are from the metros or bigger cities during those days, not now. But somehow destiny was different. So I got into Amul, into sales, and my first posting was at Jaipur. And my first assignment, very, very challenging, that I had to start Amul sales office, a branch office with all the warehousing, every infrastructure at Jaipur for Rajasthan. And in 80s, Amul was not distributing its product themselves. That time, we had the distribution houses. Like Voltas was distributing our Amul products. Then Spencer's were there, and some for butter sector we had the big companies like Om Prakash and company in Delhi and other plants. And my job was to take over from Voltas in Rajasthan. Voltas had a division called PCP, Pharma Consumer Product Division, where they were marketing and distributing a lot of good brands. So I had a very, fortunately, very challenging assignment to start Amul from scratch or from zero in Rajasthan. I mean, searching from office, recruiting people, and warehouse, cold storage, training people, starting the commercial operation. And during that time, everything was manual. No computers, no laptops, not even the calculators. Everything we used to do manually. And then after working 3-4 years in Jaipur, I got transferred to Gujarat to look at the Gujarat branch. After working 7-8 as a branch manager for Gujarat, I got elevated to the zonal manager of West, looking after Rajasthan and MP and Gujarat. And then 93, I shifted to headquarters as a group product manager. And then from 93 to 2010, I worked at the various fields, and in 2010 I was elevated to a managing director position. So this is my, I mean, you people may not like it. This is my first job, and I could not get any other job, so I have to stick with, I mean, I was stuck with this job only, and working here last today is my 40th year started, because I joined on 30th of March 1982. So yesterday I completed 39 years, and today 40th year. तो आप लोग तो क्या आपके पेरेंट्स भी उस कॉलेज में होंगे जब मैंने
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations,
Honestly,
sir.
congratulations, firstly.
Life has been very good. I mean, I can only say always been a life. Tomorrow has always been better than the yesterday. And destiny, I never thought of working in a marketing or sales or branding or this and that. But destiny has taken only thing. I think whatever confidence and the habit of working hard, which I got in during my childhood days, that has really paid me well throughout my life. So for you, people like you, I can only tell you, definitely you should have a target. Definitely you should see your, say, I want to become like a this or that, but never lose heart. Anywhere you go, you work hard, you will be at the top. Any field. And you can't decide your destiny now. God will decide, your luck will decide, and the timings will decide, and definitely 100% hard work. There's no shortcut to that.
Truly, sir. You said something about, working hard right now so that you can, bear the fruit later on in your career. And that's something I think all of us have to take back and not to, have any shortcomings on the hard work aspect. Also, sir, you said and spoke about your journey right from, first posting in Jaipur to back to Gujarat. So throughout that initial period, is there any, incident or any event that you still remember that, even teaches you even now, or that you actually learned something from and you would like to share with us?
Well, Ronak, there have been a lot of learnings right from last 39 years, and every day you learn a lot. Every day, new challenges, new learnings are there. But I'd like to share with you the learnings which will be useful for the young graduates like you will be entering in the career after 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, because those are, during those days, the MBA, the management graduates were not many. I mean, the only people were just gradually coming to a way, yeah, there is a people called management graduates. And when I joined Amul, already at Jaipur, I had a guy who was having around 10 to 12 years experience in the sales and working in the multinationals and married and with the kids. And he was aspiring to be the branch manager for the Rajasthan. And suddenly I ended up as his boss. When he was sales officer, I was senior sales officer, just 23 years old, and he was about 35, 36 years. So you can imagine the shocks and the type of, but let me tell you, initially for a few months I had the problems because, but over a period of time, after 5, 6 months, I could prove my supremacy boliye, and I am senior to him, not because of designation or because of a degree, but because of the quality of work, the quality of data analysis, quality of decision making, how you can write, because of those doing proposals and you have to seek a lot of approvals, how analytically you can present your case on a writing, and then coming out with the decision making and talking about the sales pitch for selling various products and training people. So I can tell you, with your education, your degree, it will only give you the entry point. But later on, it is your work, and your work will speak, not because you have been elevated because of you. Now MBAs are like anywhere, I mean, they're like a common thing. But those, and then challenges with the life in the work, anywhere you go, challenges will be there. And I have seen, if you really want to succeed in your life, you should not be in hurry. ठीक है, आपका time आएगा. You should wait, and you should not happen. You should not seek as your boss is not watching and that fellow is pulling my leg. I've done this job. He's getting the credit. I mean, that is only short term. And one thing more, I tell the youngsters like you, generally I have seen a lot of people feel unhappy or people leave the job because they are not comfortable with the bosses. They say, I could not get good boss. My boss is like this. My boss is like that. he is not giving me time, or he is not understanding me. He does not understand my priorities. You see, I tell always people that there are two things in your life you can't decide, and it is given by the God. And what are those two things? Your parents and your boss. You can't choose. They are given. And you have to be with them. But only difference is your parents are lifetime with you. And your boss is purely temporary. So why to worry about temporary thing? Today he's your boss. Tomorrow either he'll change, or your job responsibility change, or you will elevate it. But don't change your job, boss, because of the boss. Change your job if you're getting better opportunity, better responsibility, and anything other than the boss. So these are the I think learnings I had, and working with Dr. Varghese Kurian. I mean, when you every time any meeting you attend, the type of learning we had, how to be punctual, how to prepare for the meetings, how to understand, how to write a good proposal without any mistake. And during those days we used to typewrite, and typewriter in a small comma or a small mistake in spelling, you have to retype the whole page. अभी तो आप कंप्यूटर पे तो आप सिंपल एक सेकंड में चेंज करते हो, उसमें तो अगर एक ही जगह ई लिख दिया तो आपको पूरा पेपर फाड़ के दोबारा टाइप करना पड़ेगा. So you can imagine the type of accuracy and the type of things were actually required during those days. So these are the things I think I have learned in the life. I mean, anything in the you have to. Other thing I think is, which I think the youngster you have to learn in your life is, you have to be very grounded, and you have to be knowing each and every detail of your job. I'm just giving one example. Suppose you are a sales officer, sales manager, and there are people below you who will be making invoices. There are people who will be unloading the truck. There are people who will be making the stock ledger. There are people who will be doing accounting, banks. And you feel my job is to only selling, or I have to book orders and I have to manage them. No, sir, you are mistaken. Unless you know that you yourself can do each and everybody's function below him, you are not a boss. You should be able to make invoice, you should be able to do banking, you should be able to unload the truck, you should be able to stock ledger, you should be able to dispatch. I mean, if you then only you can supervise these people. And I've seen people feel कि नहीं मैं तो boss हूँ मुझे. So what advantage is that besides your teamwork and HR is the confidence you get, and the quickness with the decision making comes, because if you know the everything down the line, people are working with you. I remember when I joined Amul, there never used to be any orientation induction program. Now we have got a formal. But first 1 month, I did one thing. I sat with each and every table in my Ahmedabad branch office, 2 to 3 days with the individual people. What are they doing? How they are doing? How I can do it. So that learning of 39 years back also paying me dividend today. How the Godown fellow feels if I take any decision sitting here, or particular distributor salesman feel. I think working with the hand or brick and mortar work is very compulsory. Please don't limit your work only laptop to laptop. I have seen most of the youngsters start their professional life with the laptop and want to end with their laptop. That is not the life. Laptop is only tool to do some, help you to do work fast. But please, in the beginning of your career, go out, meet people, work at the ground level. Then whole life laptop आपके पास रहने वाला है. Don't limit your choice or startup only to laptop and laptop.
So I think everything that you've told us, I think the quality of work, attention to detail, sir, I think you've enriched all our life experiences right now. And sir, I think everyone at Amul is very, very lucky to have a boss like you. And I don't think anyone at Amul will have any complaints with their boss, and they would want you to be their boss for a long, long time. So thank you so much.
So, I want to talk about, the different marketing and sales strategies that Amul has, applied into the industry from over so many years. Like one of my favorites is, the way Amul connects the audio with the visual. So every time now when my mom says that I'm making pav bhaji, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Amul butter. Or every time that, I get up in the morning and my mom says that there's, bread and butter for breakfast, the first thing that comes to my mind is Amul butter. So even when I was small and when we used to go play cricket inside the summer and during our summer holidays, we used to come back out and take that Amul buttermilk or the Amul ice cream. So every time we think of those memories, Amul has had an impact with us throughout.
And so for me personally, I think Amul Girl has been that one symbol that I've grown up with. Like even when I was a child till today, she's been so dynamic and she's been changing and developing with us through the ages. So I would want to ask that it's been the longest run advertising campaign in the history. So how exactly has Amul managed to make Amul Girl a success? And also even the other marketing strategies, what exactly is the ideology behind these
See, let me
strategies?
tell you the ideology or marketing strategies which Amul has followed for the last 74 years. And because of those strategies, what Amul today is India's biggest food or FMCG company with 52,000 crore rupees turnover and growing still 14-15% every year. And market share is growing. I think if I have to describe our strategies in one word, it is called consistency. Consistency in business objectives, consistency in product, consistency in our product communication, and consistency in our HR. Let me tell you. So let us come first to the consistency in business or whatever you say marketing objectives. I mean, we follow thing is that which is unlike that any other corporate or business organizations. We call it value for money and value for money. You see, most of the companies, businesses, they have to buy raw material, process it, pack it, add value, and sell the product. Then that is called basically the processing and the marketing. But in case of Amul, we have two parts. One is we buy milk from 3.6 million farmers twice in a day, who are the owner. Amul is not owned by any government or the private or the corporate. It's owned by 3.6 million poor farmers, mainly Gujarat. So value for money is we have to ensure that day after day, they get very stable and remunerative price for their produce so that they are encouraged produce more, they're encouraged to invest more in new animal, and they're encouraged to ask or request or aspire the next generation educated to continue in dairy farming. So value for money. Second is value for money means providing best quality products by using the best natural ingredients, by using the best technology available in the world to billions of our consumers at a very affordable price. Most of the industry will buy the raw material based on their markets and how much they want to sell. In our case, we have to develop marketing strategy, marketing target based on how much raw material is going to come tomorrow or after 1 month or after 1 year. So that is why value for money, and whatever milk comes, we have to sell. So we have to dispose of. So end of the day, the CEO of a farmers organization, my task is I have to buy my raw material at as high price as possible and sell the end product at such a affordable price that whatever raw material is offered to me, we are able to sell it. So by keeping minimum gross profit in between buying and selling, or by keeping minimum EBITDA, unlike most of the companies who like to buy at minimum, sell at maximum by keeping maximum gross profit. So that is the major strategy. And we also tell them in this is give more to earn more. Give more to farmers, give more to the supply chain members, give more to the consumer. Once they are happy, you're going to grow and you're going to earn. So that business or marketing strategy from day one we have been following, we have been consistent. Second, I say consistency in product. देखिए, what butter you are talking, you are eating today, or when 60 years back we started butter, the same butter recipe we are selling to. We are not changed. Most of the companies, when any product is successful, especially in the food, more, and that is the general strategy adopted every multinational is, once any product is successful and achieve the threshold level of market share, the next step is how to reduce the cost of production so that profitability can be increased. And how can you reduce the cost of production of food? And mainly cost of dairy, cost of production is mainly is milk or the dairy ingredients. So what you replace the expensive ingredients with the cheap or synthetic ingredients, like in case of dairy fat, which is 400 rupees kg by the vegetable oil or refined palm oil, which is a 70, 80 rupees or now 90 rupees kg. Or replace the milk protein with the maltodextrin and other thing, or add more sugar. Like you see in soaps, I remember Lux, what we used to have during our childhood days, and what Lux today is totally different. Anything. I mean, FFA used to be 76 to 80%, now it is less than 50%, which is called free fatty acid. So generally, Amul has not changed the recipe of any food just to reduce the cost of production. Yeah, we may have changed if customer wants less of sugar or more of flavor, just not to reduce. And one reason is that for the success. There is product not change, consistent quality. That is which you people have been talking, consistency in communication. Utterly Butterly Delicious campaign started 55 years back, and that too when Amul brand was a new name. We wanted to sell Amul butter against the already established butter English brand name called Polson, manufactured in India, but Polson. And during those 50s, if you want to buy any packed food product, it always used to be English. Polson, Glaxo, Caventus, Nestle, no Indian name. Amul was the first Indian brand, Hindi name. Amul means priceless. And then question came how to fight against these well-established players like Polson and with a minimum of the money. So Dr. Korean gave responsibility to Sylvester Dacuna, a professional in advertising. So he conceived or created a campaign which was unique and only on hoardings. At times, no TV, no social media, only the hoardings were there, billboards. So started with 12, 13 billboards. But when I joined Amul, we had only 35, 36 hoarding across India. But that time also, talk about time, and every 15 to 20 days we should change, we need to paint the billboard. And this Amul Buttergun, you feel during childhood days was also there when I joined. Same. She is same little chubby girl, vibrant girl. Okay. And she does not favor anybody. She is not afraid of anybody. Okay. And she has no fear of anybody. But she can comment on anything happening in India, world, politics, Bollywood, sports. देखिए, most of the companies pay crores of rupees to get celebrity on their campaign. Here, celebrity aspire to come on our campaign without charging, and they feel they have arrived in their field once Amul brings them on. Yesterday we had read a tweet of Pariti Chopra on this Sanya biopic. She says, "Now I feel I've arrived in the Bollywood because Amul has endorsed me." I mean, any celebrity, whether Amitabh Bachchan or any Shah Rukh Khan or any political master, they feel yes there. Amul has mentioned them on the so, and I mean, you show me any campaign where any brand where recall is on campaign, not like you mentioned, not on the product. I mean, I go anywhere, I ask, I tell I am from Mount, so people say like you that your campaign is so good. There's no other right one. And this is only and only because of unique creative and unique media selection of hoarding. And later on, we came out with the press and now social media. And let me tell you, it also tells you to create a top of mind brand, you don't need money. We spend on this campaign periods nothing. Because आपने क्रिएट किया सोशल मीडिया पे तो खर्चा ही नहीं होर्डिंग्स पे थोड़ा खर्चा करना पड़ता है और प्रेस but still it is top of the mind. And last 55 years save utterly buttery delicious campaign. Then in 90s we started Amul the taste of India, same campaign. In 2000 we started Amul Doodh Pita India, same campaign. So what we any positioning we take, we don't change. Yeah, we do tell our creative agency you don't have choice. I mean, you can create with very contemporary atmosphere, location, anything, but nobody has got authority to change the positioning of the product. And that has helped us in building brand with minimum of money. If I give you example, most of the advertising, most of the food company advertising on brand promotion budget is around 9 to 15%. Levi's is 15-16%, Nestle is 9% or 8%. And our advertising spend has been never more than 1%. In fact, last 10 years is only 0.8 only, not even 1%. And still we could create a brand. It is only because of consistency in communication. And fortunately, that has been possible because there has been consistency in human resources, both our side also. And I mean, we believe that in case of, I mean, very lucky that in Amul, our team is consistent. And we have got in our operation, I say, is the pure DNA. देखिए, आपका DNA, you tells us how you look like, how you behave, and that comes from your parents. Same way in any organization, the culture, the value system, or how that organization will perform is decided by the founders, and they create the DNA of the organization. So our organization DNA has been created by our Trimandas Patel, who founded Amul 1946, and later 1949 Dr. Varghese Kurian joined. So these are the two stalwarts who created Amul, and they give the DNA. And we are lucky that people who have been working with Amul, they have been born in Amul. So like in my team, not only me, everybody, my team members talk, they are all on their first job. So they got a pure DNA. They have not come from outside and crossed here and then created. So because of consistency in human resources, they're able to have consistency in our communication or consistency in product. Otherwise, क्या होता है कि generally campaigns and brand positioning is a change with the change of the CEO or change of the creative director or change of the people, because everybody wants to leave his or her legacy in the organization. So, because I think the reason for success of Amul marketing is this. The other, I think, is the reason is we have the policies is that we have never tried to. Uh, I don't want to use word cheap. Never tried to shortchange the customer. We always feel, Dr. Kuri, you should always feel customer is or consumer is smarter than you. आप मत सोचिए कि उसको पता नहीं चलता. And don't only try to create loyalty or the trust in your brand that you can create with the spending crores of rupees like you are spending. या जो modern trade वाले थे, when they give some cash discount, you buy, you become loyal to that. Above that, brand loyalty and trust is the blind faith. And once you create blind faith, that faith is like the faith you have got in religion where you don't question. So once your brand gets the blind faith of the customer or the housewife, she'll just walk into the store, she'll pick up Amul butter without looking left and right, without asking any question, like you don't ask any question about your faith or the religious rituals to your parents. मुझे इस पगड़ी बाल रखने हैं, दाढ़ी रखनी है, काटनी नहीं है, it's my blind faith. I will not question it. But that does not come out of advertising or by spending a lot with a very fancy packing, nothing. It comes over decades of your experience with the brand, with the product, the trust and confidence you develop in the brand. कि ये product मुझे cheat नहीं करेगा. This brand is going to charge me correct price. This brand is going to give me the very, very good products best by using best ingredients. And this brand is always with me. So that has come over a period of last 77 decades, and it has been carried forward from one generation to another, like religion.
Truly, sir, when if we could ever think about the reason for the success, I'm sure we could never have come across that it would be so simple yet so difficult to achieve, keeping in mind the value for money and the value for many, and being consistently satisfying all your stakeholders, right from your producers of the milk even to your customers. I think that has been indeed an amazing way that Amul has adapted in making its marketing and sales strategies the way it is today. And so you even spoke about how you started out with just hoardings, around 35 to 36 hoardings, and your marketing budget is not even more than 1% of the company's spendings. So Amul was also one of the companies which started digital marketing and social media marketing ahead of the entire industry. Like Amul has ended up being a pioneer in digital marketing as well as social media marketing. So how did you think way ahead of the years? Like how did you start this so early and go ahead even when no one else was doing it?
Yeah, Ronak, today is digital marketing is the thing. Reason is simple. If you are to catch youngsters or millionaires like you don't watch TV, आप न्यूज देखते नहीं हो, हाँ जी, आप न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते नहीं हो, and you are mostly on your this screen. And to reach people, youngsters like you have to see that digital media is the only way, and you are spending, and you are the future. So digital media is one thing where you have to be there. And digital media is one thing which is not like the traditional media, which is one-way process. It's a two-way process. You communicate your customer, and then it means it has to be very fast. Okay, it has to be interesting that somebody is watching. So I mean, and you can't. Digital media is such a thing you can't plan for 1 year कि मैं ये करने वाला हूँ. You have to plan every week or every month depending on what is happening. I'll give you example. During pandemic, when most of the advertiser stopped advertising, I mean, we not only continued, but we increased our budget to double. Because first thing we realize that our customer is in stress, they are under problem, and when they are family members, and brand building is not a sales building, it's brand building is long-term asset building. And it's a way of communicating with your customer. And one should not stop communication when your family member is in distress. So we said communication has to continue. Fortunately, because others stopped, so we got very good bargains also. I mean, 1+1 or 1+3. I mean, the same. I mean, during the lockdown, first 4 months, we realized we got 4x to 10x benefit on our advertising spend, and that too clutter free. And on digital media, what very unique experience we found that most of the hospitality industry was closed. All the expert chefs, 5-star chefs, they are sitting idle because hotels are closed. So we started a Facebook campaign that were live recipe shows, and where we involved the best of the chefs of India and abroad, about more than 50 countries, and everybody was making every day around 6 to 7 recipes by different chefs, and continuing on the Facebook. And we also got some good housewives also to show their recipes. And this campaign was so successful that during last around 300 days, we must have done more than 1200 recipe shows, live recipe shows. We got more than 200 best of the chefs, and has got, if you tell you the viewership never in the history of social media. We got more than today, I think 950 million viewers. And biggest thing is not a single penny spent. Everything was free. Facebook, chef, only thing is which we have to spend is somewhere is when these people are making some recipe, we have to provide them some Amul products because they can use it. Nothing. So digital media, social media does not mean lot of money. You have to come out very on the spot, some creative thing, which will these youngsters will catch.
Yes, sir. I think because of Amul, the production of cakes and different recipes also increased over the lockdown, and we all enjoyed all the recipes, of course. Sir, I wanted to ask you that over the rich history, the 74-year-old rich history, Amul has always been a very clean and consistent organization. So, what are the core values that actually drive Amul?
Yeah, देखिए शैला जी, any organization which has to be work or perform or successfully for not decades, for century, it has to be a solid foundation. Like we have got, we when build a house, we have got a foundation. The foundation of any organization, the values, what the founders have played. So, like I mentioned earlier, we were very fortunate to have a very selfless and dedicated leadership. Leadership, what we had is both selfless, dedicated political leadership, that is Gurmohandas Patel, who founded Amul 1946, and a very committed professional leadership, Dr. Verghese Kurian, who joined Amul in 1942 after returning from USA after completion of master in Michigan State University. And he came to another state place like 5,000 population or a village. And the value system which Dr. Kurian has always cherished is basically one is the integrity. I mean, there are number, but I'll tell you for the integrity. We have never compromised with the integrity. I mean, especially as a professionals. Even the small thing was not allowed. And second is the excellence. Whatever you have to perform, it has to be the best. If you are building buildings, you have to hire the best architects, best builder. You are buying any processing machines, you have to go for the best technology available in the world. You have to hire people, you have to go to the best institutions. If you have to go for creative agencies, you have to get best creative agencies. You have to hire building office interiors. I mean, anywhere, no compromise. And because of this excellence and this integrity, we are able to perform. There are a number of the things that, like I said, any professional has to ethics and other things, punctuality and those things are the different things. Yes. Now we have to finish very fast.
Okay.
We'll move on.
So, sir, especially during the pandemic, a lot of people were, worried about how supply is going to be affected because Amul provides a lot of essential products for all of us. But one thing that really astounds us that, the supply chain was not hampered due to the pandemic, and Amul provided these products throughout the country without any problem. So how did Amul manage to, keep the supply chain going on even through the lockdown, even through state borders being closed?
Well, Ronak, generally when you say supply chain, means generally you during the pandemic people feel only the food was available or Amul was available, it was supplied. But if I tell you Amul supply chain is only what you are talking thing is only half. One side, people under lockdown at home, they required food, they required dairy, they required milk, they required curd. But side by side, you also see dairy is also a source of livelihood for the 100 million of families in India. So Amul responsibility that one side to ensure that these 36 million farmers who are our members, they continue to get their livelihood so that the milk is procured and payment made. Because we were under lockdown, our cows and buffaloes were not under lockdown. They were continuing to produce milk. So we continued to procure milk from 3.6 million farmers at 18,500 village cooperative societies by using 10,000 milk tankers, 84 dairy plants, 200 chilling centers, and then sending milk to the most of the cities and the products through our more than 10,000 distributors and 1 million shops. This supply chain we call C2C cow to consumer or B2C buffalo to consumer worked uninterruptedly, not a single minute stop. Firstly, because of government of India also announced milk is essential. Second is you have to be communicative with all the supply chain members, the farmers or transporters or the distributors or our employees or factory workers, that your job is not only your responsibility and you have to perform, no doubt is it. But right now, nation needs it. It's your duty to the nation that you have to provide food to the millions of people and you have to provide livelihood to the millions of people. So everybody came out fully motivated. And that is why Amul worked. So we not only ensured that Amul is available, but we also ensured Amul is visible on the media. So we were buying milk, we were processing milk, we were transporting, we were selling, we were visible. So in this supply chain, a lot of innovations were done. Then how do people, whether providing 3 meals, 24 hours to all the drivers, cleaners, and other things, providing all the passes, using the technology to ensure if any tanker is stopped at the state border, talking to various authorities, getting permissions. But that was a task which we had to do it.
Yes, sir. I think motivation has been the key factor that has led Amul to its success. So, as we know that the world around us is changing, and we can see that technology is playing a very big role in it. So, sir, what do you think is the future of dairy farming in the coming 5 to 10 years, and how exactly can technology influence it?
देखिए शायला जी, future of dairy or future is food. What is your future? What is below here? This stomach. We are very lucky that India, we have got 1.35 billion stomach today. which will be 1.7 billion stomach by 2050. With more income, more disposable income, every Indian is going to spend more and more money on food. In food also packed and branded food. Okay. And then also in food now with the people are spending more on protein and fat rich diet. And milk or dairy meets all these things because it's got protein, it's got fat, it's all essential vitamins, minerals, etc., calcium, magnesium, potassium. And also the biggest thing which dairy is able to meet is the food, is the taste. There's no other food product which is as tasty as the dairy, milk or milk products. So I can give you only example in 2000 till in 1975 per capita consumption was 110 gram per person in India. Today is 412, 4 times more. In spite of population also multiplied by 3 times or 4 times. And what today, if I say dairy industry is 8 lakh crore per annum, organized 2.5 lakh crore. Another 10 years, the organized will be from 2.5 lakh to 8 lakh crore. So growth is tremendous in food or dairy. There's no question of any decline or recession or obsolescence. Food is such a thing. So we are lucky.
So moving to the last question of the interview, we would like to let you know that you've been an inspiration and motivation to all of us, because looking at you and what you've done for the country, it's something that we all aspire to do. And for all of us budding entrepreneurs or people who are getting into the corporate life, there is no set and guide that is available out there in the market, but experience that you have gone through can definitely give us some heads up. So what do you think, or what are the words you would like to share with a budding entrepreneur or a person getting into the corporate life, and how should he move forward so that he can do something good for the country?
Okay, one thing definitely, everybody wants to do something good for the country, but at your age, you have to think about your future and career. Let me tell you, life of your career is of now with the age longevity is not less than 35 to 40 years. You have to see that this is long race. Never lose heart or short. Just 1, 2, 3 years. कि मेरे साथ वाला वहाँ पहुँच गया, मैं यहाँ पहुँच गया. Nothing like. Life is long. Like I said so many times, I mean, there are no shortcuts in the life. They are never short. Try wherever you want to go, whichever company, whichever brand, please give your best. Don't think मेरे बॉस को पता नहीं चलेगा, मैं कुछ गड़बड़ कर देता हूँ, मैं घर चला जाता हूँ. And even if you are not able to achieve what you want to get in the short term, long term आपको मिलेगा. And never in the first 10 years, 15 years of life till your children are grown up, never try to get a job for only money. Money is not thing, let me tell you. Money will come. My experience is, if you try to be more after money at the beginning of a career, throughout your life, money will be ahead of you and you will never able to feel happy. But if you, first 10 years, if you just focus on a good job, good learning, good responsibility, don't look at money. आपके पास इतना पैसा होगा आएगा बाद में कि आपको पता नहीं चलेगा. And last 15, 20 years earnings are always much higher than what you are in the beginning. So please go think about your career or enterprise where they require a lot of energy, lot of work, lot of learning. पैसा तो आएगा.
So much, sir. So I think you are the symbol of hard work for us, having started from a senior sales officer to now the managing director. We thank you so much, sir, for sharing all your wisdom and knowledge with us. And so I think with that, we should conclude the interview. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Ronak. Thank you, Devanshi. And with this, we conclude
Thank you.
this session of Cognito Talks.
Thank you, sir, for giving us your insights. It's truly an honor because so many things we have learned right now. Even though the pandemic, we can virtually talk to someone like you. It's indeed, a life event for us. We will definitely take a lot out of this talk, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Shaila, Ronak, Devanshi, and all the students of Christ University. Thank you very much. All the
Thank you
best.
so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.